Určite tu máme ešte stále nejakých študentov a ak by ste ešte stále neboli rozhodnutí, že či tá cesta, ktorú ste si vybrali, je naozaj správna, alebo ste sa v tom obore nenašli, tak máme pre vás teraz možno niečo s pridanou hodnotou. Podľa ďalšieho rečníka naša planéta totiž potrebuje vysoko kvalifikovaných inžinierov novej generácie pre zvládnutie klimatických výziev. No, znie to tak veľkolepo a je za tým určite veľa technológií. Nakoniec tie technológie dnes pri tejto práci inžinierom pomáhajú. Je ich pomerne dosť. Ale ako na to a ako to sklbiť? Pozrime sa na to v tej poslednej prezentácii v nasledujúcich minútach a tak som rád, že nás práve pán Maroš Halama k tomu nasmeruje. Okrem iného pôsobí aj v Promatechu vo výskumnom centre progresívnych materiálov a technológií pri Slovenskej akadémii vied. Nech sa páči.
Ďakujem pekne. Let me switch to English because I have here some international students in my lab from Greece and from Japan this time. And I always like to have a minimally European or global feedback on the presentation. So, as was mentioned, title of is more tricky because there is climate challenges in the title, but there is a room next door with climate tech, but I am speaking at CarTech. And why? Explanation is very simple because as a scientist, I am fighting against climate change with advanced materials and technologies. So let me introduce the infrastructure, what we have in Košice. I call it Applied City, and how we implement strategies to prepare the future workforce. Okay, so SlovakiaTech is on the right place because imagine we have 3 universities with different portfolio, very interdisciplinary. We have University Science Park called Technicum at Technical University of Košice, and we have Innovation Center of Košice self-governing region. So all the innovation, what innovation need for is in this ecosystem and in a walking distance, which is very advantage. I served also as a broker at the Research Center for Advanced Materials and Technologies. And we are working on a new kind of materials, especially served for batteries, for hydrogen technologies, and for dual use. We have some project also for European Defense Agency. So maybe you don't know, but here in Košice we have a 7-floor building equipped with 39 labs and full of infrastructure with sophisticated devices also for forensic analysis, only served for advanced materials and technologies and characterization and development. So it's a 20 million infrastructure, and we are really happy because it's if we go for an international project, it's it's advantage. We know about the megatrends, not only in Europe, but especially around worldwide, especially Middle East. We have been in Emirates a few years ago on Expo, and we have seen installation of 300 megawatts of photovoltaics only for research purposes on a yearly basis. And 1 year they achieve 900 megawatts of installation. And autonomous drone cleaning with photovoltaics, and of course you need batteries, and you need advanced technologies also like hydrogen to store on seasonal way energy. Another aspect is we are dealing with increasing energy security across Europe. Thanks, Slovakia has a good energy mix and very green. We know about transformation of mobility sector. I fully agree with my previous speaker that the future is in electric cars, vehicles, and the proof of concept here is Volvo in Košice, building a huge facility. We are cooperating with Inobat, Gigafactory, Churani is another task. And was mentioned in previous lectures that we have digitalization and data-driven economy, which is worldwide, but we are not competitive anymore in Europe because, for example, only in Emirates, they put $10 billion only to education system of AI. So imagine we are putting some millions of euro through the Research Innovation Agency here in Slovakia for all the sectors, and they just $10 billion only education in AI. So we need to be more smart, more efficient, and of course on a sustainable way. So what we need is prepare future workforce for fundamentals in batteries, especially in materials, chemistry, recycling, and management. I'm coming from Faculty of Materials, Metallurgy, and Recycling. So we are starting with development of materials and closing loop with recycling of this kind of materials and get it back to the ecosystem. Then we need fundamentals on hydrogen technologies, including degradation of materials, embrittlement and compactility of materials with hydrogen, because it's a huge task. The big part is our regulation. We know about this, and cybersecurity is not my issue, but we heard about this, and flexibility of aggregation to send energy from one neighbor to another neighbor is also the issue, and it's the next market which is now creating not only in Europe. So how to get a well-trained next generation of engineers, because we see on the concept of startup companies that will rise here on this market with clean and green energy concept. And first step what we have done is we are part of a task forces on European Commission level, so where exists some task forces in Batteries Europe, for example, in Clean Hydrogen Partnership, and we are part of these task forces, especially I am part of a safety, so all aspects, if advanced materials and technologies are occur and with high probability will be used in the battery sector, we need to know what will be safety issue in the scale-up analysis. So not only in working in lab, but we need to check it, and we will be safe in a market sector. So we have done, for example, I was a part of McKinsey & Company study comparing electric vehicles to fuel cell electric vehicles, so hydrogen cars and electric cars. And the part of group was also a strategy leaders from Toyota or Daimler or ABB, Volvo was on the board. So it was really a fantastic group of people working together on the scenarios 2030, 2050 regarding deployment of a technology. Then some safety issues, because I am corrosion scientist, I'm working a lot, if any materials apply in the sector is concerning degradation or losing properties. So this is another issue I'm dealing with, and it's somehow treated with safety. Second step is with strategic research agenda. We are also part of this group. And here is interdisciplinary researchers working from nanotechnologies to the ethical aspects. So all are on board and working on the strategic research agenda. Now it's updated, so it's the old version from 2021, but a few months was launched a new strategic agenda for Batteries Europe. We are working also with GlobeSec, especially our PhD students are very good in cooperating on scenarios regarding studies on future automotive industry perspective, because we are strong in Slovakia in automotive sector per inhabitant. And also in a wider perspective, if we concern with recycling technology, so circular economy, how will be implemented later on. I have mentioned hydrogen here because it's also one of clean technologies. This is a McKinsey analysis regarding scenarios and deployment, for example, for personal passenger car, maybe in 2040 will be in 70% maybe. So it's not prediction are not very good for hydrogen passenger car, but for trucks it's much better. So that's why electric vehicles will be for passenger car more valuable. We are working on regional strategies for Košice self-government region. With our smart specialization strategy, working together with industry, academy, and regional policymakers, and was only observing the potential of hydrogen technologies here in the region. But finally, was adopted by a local council, so was really strategy was adopted, and now action steps are also on a national level for hydrogen. So with just smart specialization strategy, how can be melted into reality, because we have first hydrogen bikes in the Košice region. Of course, it's a high-price bike, but it's not a traditional bike, because imagine 200 kilometers in a distance you can reach, and 1 minute it's refueling. So with very advantage, and if you have connection with tourism, for example, so you have good connection from High Tatras to Slovak Paradise, you can reach it on a hydrogen bike, also. So in the next future. And we have also quadrocopter, hydrogen quadrocopter concept, and it's a successful project of European common interest. Now Tomark is doing a lot on this R&D together with Technical University Košice on board also. First step is supporting European research and innovation project in the whole life cycle. In some of the project we are a part in some work packages as a scientist and our research teams, but in some as advisors, for example, in this Spartacus project regarding sensors implementing in batteries, we serve as an advisory group. Next step is joint laboratories, because this is really fruitful cooperation of academy and industry on a real scale, because you can make something new, like advanced materials which help increase performance of your batteries, but in a small scale. And you need to check it with some industrial partner. So you need industry partner because they have manufacturer link and can make some trials. For example, on cycles, we are able to do only 300 cycles. But in reality, you need thousands of cycles, I was mentioned, because you need 100,000 of kilometers run by your electric car. Enigma challenge, we are dealing also with Enigma challenge in the automotive sector, especially in batteries, because as I told, corrosion is a big issue. So reaching some kilometers, there is a decrease in the capacities of batteries, but we tested also with kind of new technologies, where, for example, is the opposite, and the capacity is rising, for example, in lab scale. So there are some batteries already in the labs, but capacity is going to be higher. So we need to prove it and to test this in more realistic condition. These are some details. I don't bore you with some research activities here. So very forensic analysis on microscopy, what's going on electrodes. We use also big science, synchrotron facilities, especially DESI Hamburg. Our dean is responsible, for example, for cooperation as a state representative of Slovakia, when we have some good contacts, diamond light source in the United Kingdom. So this is helpful because in operando we can see what happened inside the batteries during the cycles in the testing phase. We are happy that Slovakia is the most successful on IPCI project in batteries. So we know about InnoBat, Hub, Energy, Aqua, and ZTS, and European project on batteries. And they also, as industrial partners, supporting battery ideas. So it's a competition, like students' hours. So we need to make it more attractive for a young generation. That's why we are doing with Slovak Battery Alliance this kind of competition each year. And we need to facilitate this kind of new engineers in the battery sector. What is a big challenge, not only here in Slovakia, but across Europe, as Mr. Šefčovič mentioned, is the preparation of 100,000 jobs for battery sector in next years. And that's why we, as Slovakia, are one of the countries on board with InnoEnergy as a hub for education of future battery engineers. And successful milestone was achieved last December 2023, that already we trained first 50,000 Europeans for the battery sector. So Spain, France, Sweden, Poland, Germany, Romania, and Slovakia is on board. This number in Slovakia is not quite good because we only have 100 first Europeans trained, or Slovakian trained. But very active is Spain, very active because of mobility hub. Germany, of course, because of automotive sector coming here. But Sweden and Poland are also very, very, very active. So these are first countries deploying this kind of academy. You can see this is not only going to what is behind chemistry of battery, it's going to battery management control, it's going to battery storage, battery testing, cybersecurity in energy sector, managing energy data, what speaker before, and data science, for example. So many stuff is a very widespread course, but now it's online, and the next step is to involve industrial partners on board to make exercises. Yeah? So this is what will happen in next year or two, and with some numbers. Yeah? We have also some pilot case from national project called KEGA, is educational project, so preparation of hybrid engineers for battery sector, for energy and hydrogen technologies. We have done some podcasts, we have done some workshops with Innobat Auto, now launching academy, and with not only online courses. Another a challenge is to work with a young generation, so not only at the university level, but to prepare secondary grammar school students for next studies. And that's why we are attracting young talents from secondary grammar school on small projects like, for example, smart drone, like electric drone coming to water facility to get a sample and get back to container lab and make analysis. So these very small pieces, but very creative one, and it works to attract this young generation. We have also on European level a program called Ulysseus. We are happy that we are part of European University Network as Technical University of Košice, together with University Genova, Coto d'Azur, Hagia Helia, Helsinki, and MCI Innsbruck. And we are more like entrepreneurial university here, but MCI served, for example, for management, for business, Helsinki for AI, for data analysis, University Coto d'Azur is more in health aspect, so it's really interdisciplinary consortia where we prepare and share our knowledge. Yes, so these, for example, examples of course, what we offer, like EU strategy for green technologies, materials for green technologies. This year we have launched electrochemical cells and battery technologies at our department, and we get the best to this course and to share it with international students. And also our students has ability to go abroad to Spain, to Innsbruck, and to study what they are strong in. So some webinars we have done regarding renewable, and this is a container lab So it's like living lab, green tech, all the green tech technologies in one place with smart sensors, with battery storage, and with very creative way, because Faculty of Arts contribute also on this, and you have interactive facade with logo of your company on aluminum frames, and thanks to this kind of partners, industrial partners on board, also from Belgium, from Slovakia, and some dissemination, of course, we need. So we are part of VET educational project, because it's now a big issue, reskilling and upskilling of people who are coming, for example, from steel industry and going to Volvo. Our next energy camp is a small program of young generation, especially from secondary grammar school students, but they have own project with own program and exercises. So, last slide. Nowadays, challenge in Slovakia, Volvo is coming. We have Inobat here. With Košice self-governed region, we have applied for a small hydrogen valley, and we have information that we are first on a reserve list to be financed. So 9 million euro may come to Košice for hydrogen small-scale valley next year. And the last one, gender equality is issue, especially for Central Europe, not only for Slovakia, because also Košice announced last year here in SlovakiaTech that 50% men and 50% of women must be operators. So we have one pilot case from Western University, Canada. We have this university on board in one project, and they have 65% of women on R&D project. So this is from my side. Change is in our secret source is a change in behavior, and we are here to innovate in education nowadays in Cartech. So thank you.
Ďakujeme pekne. Nejaká otázka ešte k prezentácii? Dobre, tak ak nie sú už otázky, ešte raz veľká vďaka za vašu prezentáciu.